is a rich country, not just because of our country's fertile, arable lands, diverse flora and fauna, extensive coastlines, and natural mineral deposits, but also with our country's culture, heritage, and literature. Philippines' literary heritage encompasses a myriad of works from different Filipino writers throughout the different period of time. But right now, I am Lochie and Balio, and we will talk about the different literary genres evolved during martial law period and Edsa revolution. Let's start with The Forest of Circumstance, or Santong Paspasan in Filipino term, written by Jose Maria Flores Lacaba, also known as Pete Lacaba. Force of Circumstance is an example of poetry because it is written to share ideas, express emotions, and create imagery. So what is poetry, by the way? Poetry is a type of literature based on the interplay of words and rhythm. Today, poetry remains an important part of art and culture. Force of Circumstance by Jose Maria Flores Lacaba is all about the son of a congressman and his friends gang rape and torture a movie starlet with the exemption from punishment given by political office that shows violence of an empty formalism made by political institutions.
Magandang araw po mga kababayan. Huwag niyo po akong kalimutan, Mr. Congressman po para sa darating na halalan. Hinihingi ko po ang iyong taus-pusong pagsuporta upang kaunlaran sa ating bayan ay matamasa. Mr. Congressman po, may puso at mapagkakatiwalaan. Maraming salamat po.
Hustisya! Kailangan ko ng hustisya! Dilim. Gabi nun, tanaw ko ang mga bituin. Animoy alitap-tap sa dilim. Ramdam ko ang panganib sa hangin, sa bilog na buwan, sa tahimik na kapaligiran. Di ko akalaing merong nagtatagong kataksilang babasag sa katahimikan. Tulong! Yan ang sigaw ng aking isipan. Bibig ko'y persahang tinakpan, mata ko'y piniringan, mga kamay ko'y tinalian. Hindi ko kayang manlaban. Tulong! Yan ang pasigaw kong binulong. Tulong! Yan ang paulit-ulit kong sambit. Tulong! Ako'y pakinggan niyo kahit saglit. Maawa kayo. Pakawalan niyo ako. Palayain niyo ako sa karahasan na ito. Pakiusap. Maawa kayo. Tulong! Tulungan niyo ako! Nagmamakaawa akong pakawalan niyo. Takot na ako. Sa pagdilat ng mata ko, Takot ang namayani ng buo sa liblib na sulok ng mundo. Sa Novaliches, sa talahiban nito, sinimulan na nila ang kanilang pang-aabuso. Kamay ay mahigpit na hinawakan, bibig ay pwersahang tinakpan, habang unti-unti akong hinuhubaran. Saksi ang langit at ang kadiliman, may 5 taong uhaw sa aking laman. Ginawa pa akong pangparausan para lang sa sarili nilang kaligayahan. Wala akong nagawa. Isa laban sa 5. Iyak, takbo, buntong hininga. Tulungan niyo ako. Parang awa niyo na. May 5 taong uhaw na uhaw sa laman ko. Inabuso nila ang katawan ko. Sinira nila ang pagkatao ko. Utang na loob, pakinggan niyo ako. Tulong. Tulong. Tulungan niyo ako. Yan ang paulit-ulit kong sambit. Pakinggan niyo naman ako kahit saglit. Maawa kayo, pakawalan niyo ako. Palayain niyo ako sa karahasang ito. Huwag niyong paglaruan ang aking pagkatao.
Maritess! Ano ko?
Papa, may magandang balita ako para sa'yo. Wala na. Wala nang hayop na mangangahas pang siraan ka sa darating na eleksyon. Malinis na malinis. Wala na si Maritess. Mabuti naman anak, wala nang sagabal sa mga plano natin. Sa darating na eleksyon, titiyakin kong mananalo tayo. Wala nang sagabal. Wala na si Maritess. Adios, Maritess.
So that is the Forest of Circumstance by Jose Maria Flores Lacaba is all about. See how it is a reflection of injustice in life. How influential people tries to hide their filthy actions through their power and wealth. It's also a reminder for each and every one of us Filipinos to become very mindful in every actions and decisions we make in life, especially when appointing leaders for our society.
The novel Pawaon or DUSK steers the Filipino spirits and made Filipino people to understand that there are some individuals who might appear unconcerned with the reason for the country. In any case, it isn't actually the absence of patriotism, yet it is the greater amount of self-safeguarding.
The DUSK novel happened from 1880s to early 1900s when an Ilocano family abandoned their beloved Balio in order to overcome the challenges to their survival in southern Pangasinan in the Philippines and also their flee from the cruelty they received from the Spaniards.
Halina't mga kanayon ko, kalungkot ay ating lisanin, pag-asa'y ating baunin.
One of The principal character of the novel is Istak Salvador, a Filipino from the Ilocano stock who was fluent in both Spanish and Latin, a talent he inherited from the teaching of an old parish priest named Jose Leon in Cabugao.
He was an acolyte aspiring to become a priest. He was also knowledgeable in the arts of traditional medicine. The only hindrance to his goal of becoming a full-fledged priest was his racial origin.
He lived in a period in Philippine history when a possible Filipino uprising against the Spanish government was about to erupt. A time after the execution of three mestizos, namely Mariano Gomez, Jose Apolinario Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora, known as Gumburza at Bagong Bayan.
There were signs that revolution will happen despite the lack of unity among the inhabitants of the Philippine Islands at that time, as Pampangueños generally sided with the enemy. Another approaching occurrence was the help of Americans to the Philippines in finally removing the governing Spaniards from the archipelago after more than 300 years.
O aking bayan, pangako ko'y katapatan. Ika'y aking ipaglalaban sa mga mapanakop na dayuhan.
The novel recreates the societal struggles in which the characters of DUSK were situated, which includes the protagonist Istak's personal search for life's meaning and for the true face of his beliefs and principles. Throughout his personal journey, he was accompanied by a dignity that is his alone.
For our very last genre, we have The Dog Eaters. It is a short story written by Leonardo Driada that gives readers possible events in marriage life. It also foretells the story of a couple in a castle, which is imprisoned in their forced marriage.
This foretells a story of a couple who are imprisoned in their forced marriage. Victor is a former bodybuilder and a club bouncer who has no ambitions in life. Married Mariana, who is a college undergraduate. Mariana married Victor because she was already pregnant, but she never did expected the life she will have with Victor after marriage.
Victor! Tara! Tagay tayo! Gamit ko yung pulutan, pare!
Sige mga pre, susunod na ako.
Ang aga-aga, umiinom na naman si Victor.
Tagay, pre! Tagay, pre! Ba, isa-isa lang na, pre. Tama na, pre! Tingnan sa'yo.
Hindi pa.
Ano hindi pa?
Sige.
Sige, tagay! Tagay, pre!
Their first child is still 8 months old, but Mariana discovered that she is bearing their second child in her womb.
Ha? Mag-isa naman ako? Wala na. Ibang ginawa si Victor kundi uminom. Anong gagawin ko?
Mariana can no longer stand their situation and that she decided to abort their second child in her womb.
Hoy, nagnaparito ka? Aling Elpidia, nagbensa ko ba kayo kung palaglag ng bata? Nako, pag-isipan mo ang desisyon na yan. Napag-usapan niyo na ba yan ni Victor? Sige na po, nagmamakawa po ako, Aling Elpidia. Ang hirap ng buhay namin ni Victor. 8 buwan pa lang ang unang anak namin. Walang kaambi-ambisyon si Victor sa amin. O ito, 4 na po. Inumin mo lahat ng nasa bote.
Mariana can no longer stand their situation and that she decided to abort their second child in her womb.
Hoy Mariana, anong ginagawa mo? Akin nga yan? Eto ba ang palagi mong iniinom? Ha?
Victor, di ko na kaya. Hindi ito ang buhay na ninais at pinangarap ko. 8 buwan pa lang ang unang anak natin. At halos wala na tayong pambili ng pagkain at pangangailangan natin. Hindi na natin kaya pang bumuhay ng isang bata, Victor. Ikaw, Victor, wala kang kaambi-ambisyon sa buhay. Ang tanging alam mo lang ay uminom at kumain ng aso kasama ang mga kaibigan mo.
Mariana! Ano bang problema mo? Ha? Nakakalimutan mo ba? Anak natin yung nasa napupunan mo. Anong klase kang ina?
Oo na, mamamatay tao na ako. Kasi naman buhayin natin tong batang to, Victor. Wala na nga tayong makain. Anong ipapakain natin dito, Victor? Naiintindihan mo ba ako, Victor? Kayo na kaibigan mo. Anong klaseng tao kayo? Halos lahat ng aso dito sa ating komunidad, kinakatay at pinupulutan nyo. Pareha lang tayo, Victor. Ayoko na sa lecheng buhay na to.
Mariana saw Victor's dog and killed Ramir out of frustrations. And for a long time, living in Arteaga Street, Mariana cried.
Indeed, one's displeasure should not be faulted to the innocent people around them, for they can carry an evil to oneself. Additionally, early marriage at the early age could prompt an obliteration of the family. And you witness 3 different genres with its different life lessons and life examples and its exceptionally importance. To begin with, we have seen the first genre, which is poetry entitled Force of Circumstances, that talks about violence and abuse of powers. Next, we have seen the second genre, which is novel entitled DUSK, that talks about freedom, faith, courage, and perseverance. And lastly, we have seen the third genre, which is a short story entitled The Dog Eaters, that talks about evilness, angerness, and early marriage. And that's it. I hope you learned something from us and from our presentation. Thank you so much.